make sure healthcare dollars get spent on actual healthcare.
Because you deserve accountability.
And better healthcare.
So vote yes.
Yes.
Voten sí.
Yes on 35.
Hey, I'm Roy Choi. Smart Final is my happy place. So let's go shopping. I'm going to show you around. I always like to start with fresh herbs. I always get my meats here because I know it's fresh. Feeling First Street. Ah, there it is. I love the fact that they have their own brands. In different sizes, too. It's the only place that can keep up with me. Stacks on stacks and groceries, too. Smart and Final. Where else?
I'm Young Kim, and I approve this message.
A pair of jokers. Just like Newsom, lobbyist Joe Kerr raised our taxes. Joe Kerr supported billions in higher taxes and fees. Newsom and lobbyist Joe Kerr, a pair we can't afford.
Good morning, I'm Frank Buckley. It is Election Day, and the balance of power in Congress is one of the things at stake. We'll have more in a live report from our nation's capital.
I'm Eric Spielman. The presidential candidates hold their final campaign rallies and get ready to wait for the results while everybody wonders how long it's going to take before we know who the winner is. I'll have a live report.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Carlos Herrera live in Norwalk, where voting centers have now been open for about an hour. How things are looking like this morning, how they're going according to election officials, and what you need to know before you vote today. That's coming up next.
Good morning, I'm Jessica Holmes. A list of the most livable cities in our country. We're going to tell you which ones made the top 10.
Hey, Devin, coming up, Jason Derulo joins us live to talk about his new collaboration, Make Me Happy. We'll all be happy together, live, coming up in the Entertainment Report. Stay tuned.
All right, good morning, everybody. LAX clear skies, and outbound traffic has been regularly along that shoehorn, looking good all morning long since I started looking at it at about 7 o'clock. 68 for the coast areas today. Already 62 downtown, shooting for a high of 74 degrees. A little chilly in the San Fernando Valley, currently 56 with a high of 81 degrees. 75, Orange County Inland Empire 75, in the high desert 74 degrees, sunny and windy. Ginger with traffic.
Boy, we have so many things that we have to cover, too. So we want to take you first to look at the outstanding signaler that we have for the 10. Eastbound side, it's the Waterman Avenue exit. I mean, the car ended up rolling over. I don't know if there were any injuries, though, so the driver may be fortunate. And they said there was some kind of diesel leak, and that's what they have to contend with. The reason the signaler expected to go until just after 9, maybe like 9:15. 57, it's the northbound side right here at Pathfinder Road. Look how busy it is. I mean, they're talking about a 2-car wreck in the left lane, but then you add to that, they need a tow truck. No, they need 2 tow trucks to get to the scene. And initially, the report was coming in. It was the 5 south at Paramount Boulevard. I just want to mention it. But I got a good tip. A real good tip, that is the northbound side of Paramount Boulevard, where this car fire, it was going up for some time. Huge, massive flames, and the thick black smoke, some of that started to dissipate, but I can tell you, north will experience some slowing with the 3 left may be blocked, and that southbound side, you can't help but take a look because those flames are just shooting up in the air. You can see it from both sides, and all that thick black smoke as well. We're going to keep our eyes on all these things popping up and get you that real-time traffic map so you can see that 5 freeway. I'll send it over to you guys.
This morning, Election Day is underway. Former President Donald Trump is expected to cast his ballot at this hour in Florida. Vice President Kamala Harris voted by mail. KTLA's Eric Spillman in the newsroom with more. Eric, good morning.
Morning, Frank. As millions of Americans cast their ballots today, one of the big questions is, when are we going to know who won? Well, if the polls are accurate, the election could be so close it could take days or even weeks to get a final result. It will take a while to count the mailed-in ballots. But the polls could be wrong, or they could be off by even a little bit. In that case, we may know the winner by late tonight or tomorrow morning. Let's take you live now to other parts of the country where polling places have been open for hours. This is from Michigan, where folks are voting in a gymnasium. Approximately 80 million people have already voted either by mail or in person. Another 80 million or so people are expected to cast their ballots today. And last night, both presidential campaigns held their final rallies.
We are not going back. We are not going back. We're not going back.
In Philadelphia, Kamala Harris held her closing campaign event. Lady Gaga sang God Bless America, and Oprah Winfrey introduced Harris to the crowd. Approximately 30,000 people attended outside the Philadelphia Museum of Art on the steps where the movie Rocky was filmed. Harris spoke of strengthening the economy and restoring federal abortion rights. She said America is ready for a fresh start where we see fellow Americans not as enemies, but as neighbors.
And it is my pledge to you that if you give me a chance to fight on your behalf as president, there is nothing in the world that will stand in my way. And instead of stewing over an enemies list, I will spend every day on your behalf working on my to-do list.
Former President Trump ended his campaign with a rally early this morning in Grand Rapids, Michigan. It is the same place where he ended his presidential runs in 2016 and 2020. He argued that the real opponent is not Kamala Harris, but what he called the evil Democrat system. And he repeated campaign promises to impose hefty tariffs and crack down on illegal immigration.
If you vote for Lion Kamala, you will have 4 more years of misery, failure, and disaster our country may never recover from. I don't believe that our country can take any more of this without just gone. I don't believe it can take any more. It's going to be, can't take this. This is abnormal abuse, abnormal abuse.
This morning, a few problems with the voting to report. FBI officials are saying that unknown people have been circulating fake news clips and videos using the FBI insignia. They're pushing false stories that voters should avoid polling places because of imminent terror attacks. Also, there are the usual glitches. In one section of Pennsylvania, a software malfunction is preventing people from scanning their ballots. Election officials are asking a court to extend the time for voting there. President Trump is expected to cast his ballot in Florida at any moment. He'll spend election night at his Mar-a-Lago resort. Vice President Harris will attend an election night gathering at Howard University in Washington, D.C. Jessica?
Okay, Eric, we thank you for that. From the newsroom this morning, the first Election Day votes of 2024 have already been cast and counted in the tiny and remote town of Dixville Notch, New Hampshire. The polls open at midnight, their time, a tradition that started in 1960. There are 6 registered voters in that town, 4 Republicans and 2 undeclared voters. 3 people voted for Vice President Kamala Harris and 3 voted for former President Donald Trump. In 2020, Donald Trump had 0 votes and Joe Biden had 5 votes in Dixville Notch. Here in California, polling places are open now and will stay open until 8 o'clock tonight. KTLA's Carlos Herrera live from Norwalk at the LA County Registrar's Office with what you need to know before casting your vote. Carlos, good morning.
Good morning, Jessica. And we're about an hour in since the more than 600 polling places across LA County opened up. And an update from the LA County Registrar, Recorder, and County Clerk's Office. They say that things are going pretty smoothly this morning, about an hour in. The technology has not been causing any issues. Safety is up to par as well. Security looking good. This is how things look like here at the County Clerk's Office in Norwalk. We've seen a lot of people dropping off their vote-by-mail ballots here at the drop box. And a lot of them, of course, also going inside to vote in person. Many of the folks that we spoke with this morning are first-time voters.
It was a great experience. Yeah. First time voting.
First-time voting. Congratulations. That's huge.
Yeah, thank you.
Why do it in person?
I just felt like it was safer, more secure. I don't know, I just see crazy stuff like, ballots getting thrown out and stuff. And it's my first time, so I want to do it in person.
Pretty quick and easy, very simple. Came in, had my thing, got checked in, simple questions right there, buttons easy. Do it in person, a lot easier than, who knows what happens in the mail.
Some 2 million Angelinos have already cast their ballots during the 10 days of early voting. For those who are waiting to make it official on Election Day, there's a lot you need to know about ballots. First and foremost, can still be mailed to county election officials so long as they are postmarked today. They can also be cast in person at any of the 648 polling places spread out across LA County. First-time voters can actually register on Election Day with a driver's license or a social and fill out what's called a conditional voter registration, and that vote will count. Once candidates and props of choice have been selected, all LA County ballots end up at the official ballot processing center over in the City of Industry. It's a massive facility there, completely secure, a wide open space for people to verify signatures, sort, and tally millions of ballots.
This tally room is where the ballots are scanned in. These machines take an image of the ballot. Then at 8 o'clock, when the polls close, we're able to run the program that actually looks at those images, consolidates those votes, and puts out election results.
LA County Registrar, Recorder, County Clerk